How's it going tonight, guys? Tonight I'm making an extruder. Thanks to Crazy, she processed all the scheelite that we dug out the other day and got it down to the scheelite dust, and I sat here and cooked it all up into tungsten carbide. And I'm using this to make me a little better power. But I need a way to power it. And you'll see it says energy in 128, heat units 64 to 256. And most of the recipes are 96, which means you can use a chromium or a titanium, tungsten or tungsten steel. And then there's also the solid bronze, the solid invar, well, no, invar's not good enough, solid steel that you can use as well. But I decided to just go with tungsten since I was already cooking it. Might as well. And I can always smelt it back down later when I need the tungsten back for something else. Actually, I'll shred it so I can get the brick stuff back out. Anyways, that'll give us 128 heat units a tick, which will be more than what I need for what I'm doing. So I'm going to need 2 tin ingots. I'll bring this bad boy down here in the machine shop. And I'm just going to set this back over here so it doesn't need to be hooked up anywhere special. Throw 2 of these in here. And now I need to go make the mold for it, or the whatever you call it. Need a double ingot or a double plate, and I think it's called a mold. Empty extruder shape. So file, hammer, cutters. File, cutters, hammer, and there's that. And then you just pick what plate you want it, and that gives you whatever it is you want. But remember that this is going to be more expensive than if you use an actual machine that is intended to do it. So it would actually be cheaper to do this in a rolling machine, but since we're only wasting heat, and right now that heat is coming from all of this daggone lignite that I got, I'm not really worried about it. Now if I had this hooked up to an actual heater that was wasting the heat, then I would care. But because it's just wasting some lignite that I've got ass tons of, I ain't worried about it. So all of this was just so I could get 2 of these. That's it. That's all I wanted. The rest of it can go away. I am trying to get Greg to lower the price of doing pipes in here. I said something before the last update, but I don't think that he did. They don't look any cheaper to do plates in here or pipes in here, because an extruder should be the intended. You see, you got steel pipe, takes 101 seconds at 194,784 heat units. That to me is a bit excessive, because an extruder is, as far as I'm concerned, the intended. Alright, so now here's what we're going to do. We are going to make a heat exchanger. This right here. So we need 2 iron casings, 4 glass, and a heat conductor, which is 3 copper plates and 6 rubber bars. So that's just like this. And you know what? I probably ought to get the iron started, because I actually don't have the iron casings ready. But we only got to cook one, and I kind of got tired of things taking so long, so I moved my dense Invar burning box up here, so everything cooks much quicker now. See, that's my dense burning box down there, so I can heat things up really quickly now. See, that thing goes crazy fast. Wrong door. Down here, Junior and all his daggone doors. And I need 4 of these. Hi, Mr. Enderman. You can stay there and watch stuff until later, when I'm not wearing my heat suit. Daggone it. Just ate my last potato. Alright, so that's not done yet. We'll go back down and grab some rubber. Now, we're going to need, like, I think it's 10 of these heat things that I'm making right now. I'll show you why here in a second. But we're just going to make one to actually make the damn thing right now. But I'll show you in a minute why I'm making this, because the way I've been making power here lately just kind of sucks. So that goes there, these go here, these go here, and if this damn thing gets done, they'll go on the sides. I'll light it up. And I do believe I'm going to need just a little bit more for that. While I'm down here, I'll show you what I've been doing for power. I got one generator over here with a lithium battery to power these 2 machines, which I took from over here. So now I only have 2 for my sluice, and I have 1 up there for this, but I don't need it. I'm just basically using it as a battery charger at the moment. And so this is going to be a better way of creating heat or creating power. The IC2 heat units and the Greg heat units are not the same thing. So you cannot use this to heat up a crucible or anything like that. It would be nice. He did make the EU compatible this time, unlike in Gregtech 5, but he didn't make the heat units or the rotational from the windmills and water mills, that kind of stuff. Come on. Now, to go along with this thing, I'm going to need a Stirling engine, Stirling generator. So I'm actually going to need 7 of these, a generator, and another heat conductor. I'm just going to take one of the generators downstairs. So might as well grab, I said I needed 7, so that'll be 4. How the hell did that thing go out of heat already? It's only at 17, but I guess that's about right. Alright, so pop me out those two, and I'll throw these 4 in and get them started. 1811, 234. There we go. And we'll pop these in here, and we'll pop this out here. Now, if I pop this down, you'll see that it takes 5 per row, so I'll need 10 of them. And it takes in a hot liquid, puts out a cold liquid. And then the heat that it gives off will go into the Stirling generator. And I'm going to be doing lava, because one of the things that Greg added was a way to centrifuge lava, or pehoho lava, which is what you get from this, just giving you the same exact things as you would lava. So if you look up, let's see, lava, and we look at this one, you will see that centrifuge will give you 80, 20, 10, 2.5, 25, 1.25 for basalt, copper, tin, gold, silver, and tungsten. So then you look at the pehoho lava, and it's got the exact same things, the exact same numbers. So it's actually better to use out your heat from it and then centrifuge it. Same cost to do so. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm probably going to end up turning a lot of these generators into something. Whether I turn them all into these or not, I'm going to turn them into something. Pretty soon I'm probably going to make me a wind generator, a kinetic wind turbine, because I like my wind power. It's really good. Alright, so I need another one of these. I'll make the rest later. So I want to get these two made for now. I do believe it was that sort of thing. There we go. Yes, it's really good. The major issue with wind is how you get the wind power back down to where you're at. And depending on how you do it with Gregtech can be a little bit cheaty. I'm trying to debate on where I want to put this. Stirling generator I'm going to put here. Liquid heat exchanger I'll put there. Yes, Shadow, I want to put it on the floor. By the way, he's listening, so that's why he knows what I'm talking about. And I'll have to pump the lava into it and then have a way to pump it out. Now there is ejectors that you can put down here. You can also use cells in these slots, the universal cells, but I'm not going to use them. But there is, let's see, these right here, fluid ejector upgrade. You can make one of these and put it in there, and then it'll automatically eject the peho lava into a nearby drum or whatever. And that's what I'm going to use to do mine. I'm going to put lava in one and then have an empty for the other side. But that's what I'm going to do to make me some power now. I just got to make a whole bunch of these, and that's nowhere near enough. You know, I got to have 10 of them to get a decent amount of power. But that should make me some much better power than what I'm doing now. Let's see if I can try to remember here. It can output, I think, 32. So that right there is 60 heat units. So that'll transfer over to 30 EU, I do believe. Let's see. I don't have a universal cell. I'm going to end up making a pump to put in there, but for right now we can use this. We can put this here, and we can have it pull from the top and push from the side. And we'll grab this. We'll put it up here. And apparently it is not liking that at all. So that noise means we'd have just blown something up if Greg hadn't shut it off. So apparently this is trying to kick out more than 30 EU, even though that's what it says it's making. It's trying to kick out more than that right now, or else this wouldn't have been going crazy, because this should be able to take up to 64. So I'm not real sure why it's going psycho, but it is definitely going psycho. So I'm wondering what it's trying to put out. Let's go ahead and make a 2x lead cable and see how it likes that. Oh, I broke my damn wire cutters when I made that last thing. So I need to make a new set here. These right, yeah. So I need 2 rods, 3 plates, and a bolt. And luckily I've got some steel rods already made up and some steel plates. I need to get me a lathe made very, very badly for making these daggone bolts. Or I need to break down and just go over to the other shop and bring it over here, but I don't want to bring over everything over in one big lump, because I got to get all the bat boxes made. Screwdriver, because I'm going to use battery boxes instead of bat boxes, and actually I need, yeah, lead wire. There we go. And we're going to do 2x cable just to make sure. And this melts down 820, so that's almost perfect. There we go. That'll give me 1 sheet, which is all I need. The other one will just let turn into scrap. And I guess I didn't grab the sheet, huh? Alright, so that and that, Let's go see if we can figure out why this is not liking what it's doing here. I'm gonna have to move this, so let's turn this off so it's not putting any more in there. And yeah, it's putting out way more than what. Oh, that stinks. So if it's putting out more than that, I might actually have to put a battery box there. Huh. Is it putting out more than medium voltage? See, I could always just do a regular tin cable. But IC2 tin cables will allow more than 32 to go through it. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. I think I might just grab a battery box and bring it over here. I don't think I brought any over that I'm not using. No. I do have some junk in there that I brought over, but alright, well, I'll do some playing around with this and see what I can figure out of exactly how much this thing's putting out. Because IC2 generators are so screwed up right now. It drives me crazy. I'm gonna hook that big boy up over there in the corner, but I need to get at least to medium voltage before I do, or make a MFSU, because I don't want to try to put it into low voltage. So I need to get some galvanized steel made, which isn't really hard to do. I just got to get around to actually doing it. I've been working on making these battery boxes, so like I said, I'll do some playing around, see what I can figure out with this thing. So I'm just gonna burn through freaking resources and make that nasty noise all the time. So I guess tomorrow you get to see how I figured out how to hook this up. But that's it for tonight. Have a good one, everybody.